So good morning, good morning, good morning from Denmark. Hopefully everything is working and all the sounds okay. Just had drilling start from the apartment downstairs. So if there's banging and drilling, hopefully my voice will just be, nicely over the top of it. But whenever you're watching this, day or night, I'd like to welcome you and to thank you for joining us here on the Earth Ascension Clearing meditations videos. I am doing these every 2 weeks from now until Christmas. And today we are going to be working on clearing the energies in our own homes. Now, there's a special reason for this, and it's not just because so we can have clearer energy in our own homes. It is also because the places where we live is where we are etherically connected to the earth. Okay? Just want to say that again. The places where we live is where we are etherically connected to the earth. And although we don't have much of a science behind this because we haven't reached that stage in our development yet where we are studying these things in any great degree, my understanding of it is that we have a lot of lines of light that run between us and the earth, specifically at the places where we live. Now, I did wonder about this last night, and I thought, what if you're a nomad? What if you're someone that walks around and stays in different places? And in which case, I think that your energy body adapts to that and is more connected to the area around where you go. But one of the things I noticed, I moved from the UK to Denmark 5 years ago. And one of the things I noticed was that my etheric body went through a transformation and actually grew again. Because the place where you live actually feeds you energy. You're actually kind of made up of it etherically. It's not just your physical body that's made of the earth, it's your etheric body as well. And the etheric level is actually physical, even though we can't see it. But I won't go on about that anymore because that's not what we're talking about today. But oh dear, I hope you're, sorry, oh dear, sorry, I can see things that one of my technology is going a bit wrong here. There we go. I have to say good morning to my Facebook viewers. I just started recording there and realised that I hadn't pushed one of the buttons, and I've started recording on YouTube, so it got a bit mixed up there. So I was just talking about welcoming you to be here today. Thank you for watching, and I just wanted to say a few words about our topic of today, which is about the clearing your own home. And I was just saying that the place where you live, you are etherically connected to that place. There's lots of lines of light that grow up from the earth and build part of your energy body, specifically your etheric body. So when you clear the area where you live, your home, you also facilitate much deeper grounding to the earth. So yeah, of course we want to live in energy clean homes, but also there's a deeper reason to it. And that's because the clearer your area is that you live in, the more you can root down and the more the energy that can come up from the earth, and also the higher vibration you can then manifest. Because until you kind of build that etheric body, You can't hold all those lines of light. So that specifically is why we're doing what we're doing today. So, yes, Earth Ascension Clearing. Just a few words about that. This is because we're working on, in these videos, meditations, we're working on clearing up the debris energetically that humanity has left on the earth. Obviously not all of it, but this is the thing, we can each do our own bit, and it might feel like, oh, what's the point? It's such a teeny bit, such a teeny bit. But the more of us get involved, the more of those teeny bits add up and become greater. And also, Spirit are giving us more and more tools now. So I was over at my Violet Flame Spiral this morning, and this is, I call it Sarah's Violet Flame Temple. I work with Ascended Master Sarah. She's the daughter of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, and she's very much here working with us with our development and helping us. She really walks by our side. And I was over at the Violet Flame Spiral this morning, which is something that has been grown in the earth, and just the energies there. I've been working on it all year and some of last year, and I'm teaching other people how to grow these now, because I was thinking about like the sacred places that we go to and the power places that we go to, and they're all old ones. They're all ones that have been like created in the past by other civilizations, and now Spirit are giving us the tools, and I'm sure it's not just me. I'm sure there's other people starting to bring this stuff through as well. But now Spirit are giving us the tools to grow or build or create new sacred power places in the earth, because we've come to that point in our evolution now. It's not just us working on ourselves anymore. We're starting to move out and expand out into greater and greater circles now. Just have a bit of water. Yeah, so I was over at the spiral this morning, and I could just feel how deep the energies are going now. And I was just like, wow, this is just amazing. And so I have a connection to this like power place that Sarah taught me how to make this year. And also that power place is connected to one in Glastonbury, where Sarah planted the seeds many centuries ago. And other people are also learning how to do it and building them in different places around the globe. And there's a lot of power to be drawn from that. So when we do this meditation this morning, we're starting to connect to this whole network. And if you're interested in finding out more about these things, I will put all the links in underneath, talking about why we're doing the work, how we're doing the work, what it means. But right now I'm going to stop giving information, and I'm going to ask us all to tune in together and just take a deep breath. And I'm going to send out to all of you the energy matrix, the violet flame, Sarah's violet flame energy matrix that I've created here around me. It's a very holding energy, it's a very protective energy, it's a very clearing energy. So if you want to receive that, just be open to receive it. And I call on my spirit team to help manifest that. So I ask for it to happen, and then they're the ones actually doing it. So calling on Ascended Master Sarah and her team of angels, her host of angels, to manifest her violet flame clearing matrix around each person who wants to receive this energy and is listening to this. Sending it out, sending it out, sending it out. And you can see this energy as it's quite a soft violet. It's like a lilac colour. There's quite a lot of white and pink in it. Excuse me. Just feel that energy around you and feel it clearing as much as is right for you right now. Clearing in your energy body and your physical body, anywhere it needs to go. So I want you to think about the place where you live, okay? And I don't want you to go too far out today. Start with your home and any area outside where you walk around regularly. Now, if you live in an apartment block, you can choose to do the whole apartment block. It's up to you. Have a think about whether you feel it's right for you to clear a building. Some people will have ethical issues with that, other people won't. I want you to really tune in to your inner truth and find your own answer for that. I live in an apartment block, and I regularly clear my home here, and I tend to imagine the clearing coming from the ground up, but then I specifically clear my own apartment. So I kind of do a bit of both. But the way we're going to do it is I have 4 clearing crystals here. And I imagine them upright, because what we're doing is creating them etherically when we imagine them. And you don't have to have them physically to connect to their energy. You can connect to their energy by looking through the video here. And these are crystals that have been attuned with a Sarah's Violet Flame symbol. And also, because they're rough and unpolished amethysts, I call them earth amethysts. These are also connected to all of the amethyst oversoul, if you like. So when we tap into these things, it's not just, so like working with a very small crystal can be really powerful because you're actually tapping into the whole of the oversoul of that crystal. So what I want you to do is think about your home and the area you want to create, and then imagine a square or a rectangle with each one of these at each corner. And you just have to have the intent. You just have to have the intent that it's there. And imagine you're like planting them in. Plant one of these in at each corner. And then see them connecting up. So there's like a violet flame, like laser light, goes between one and the other as it goes round in a square or a rectangle. And then imagine them going across diagonally. And then imagining violet flame sparkles like start to like be generated by all of this connection going on, and build that up so that it goes up. There's like a line of light coming upwards as well. So it's like a wall. And then that whole space is being filled with these violet flame sparkles. And that's clearing the energy in and around your home. Clearing, clearing, clearing. If you like, you can imagine each room, each place around your home. You can imagine the walls outside, the roof, the foundations, any yard or garden or fencing around outside. And just see it all being cleared by this violet flame. So imagining the energy is coming from these amethyst crystals, and just imagining planted around in each corner of your home. And then see them filling up the space with these violet flame sparkles and just clearing and clearing and clearing. And then take a deep breath, and we're going to bring in the energy of a Herkimer Diamond. Okay, I'll just show that to you as a little. And you don't have to have one, you can just connect to it just by seeing the energy of it on the screen. And see this light of the Herkimer Diamond at the centre of yourself, okay? See this light of the Herkimer Diamond at the centre of yourself. That's it. And then imagine a net of light or a web of light growing from that centre, from this light of the Herkimer Diamond, from your centre. It's growing all the way around your home, around that area that you cleared. Just send out lines of light, and you're being supported in this work by your spirit guides and by Sender Master Sarah and her host of angels, and they facilitate the process. We are the key. We're the ones that can make it so, and then they are the ones that support us in that process. So just sit and rest in that energy for a moment. Now, I would suggest that you do this 7 times. So you could do it every day for a week. Just notice where on the recording. I will also post the recording at the on the Earth Ascension Clearing page, so you don't have to like search to find it on my profile. And just sort of notice whereabouts where. I'm not sure what time we're into on Facebook, but on YouTube we're on 17 minutes, and that is the one where I will post it on the Earth Ascension Clearing. Or you could do it like once a week for 7 weeks. Oh, I can hear some drilling going on now. I won't worry too much about that. Because it needs a few times to really get going. But all of these videos and meditations that I'm doing, they're all really good to be done over and over again. And as I said, each bit that each of us does, it really helps us clear this kind of like debris that's been left behind by us bit by bit. We do it bit by bit. That's fine, isn't it? When you start a project, you have to do it bit by bit. And like many aeons ago, people just did this stuff. And of course, there wasn't so much to do because there was much less people. Now there's a lot more of us, there's a lot build up. But we have to start somewhere, and we have these amazing power tools coming in. So actually, I don't think it's going to be as hard as we think it's going to be. So just let go of these energies for now. Every time you connect with the video, you will be able to bring them back in again. So thank you for joining me for today. It's really wonderful that we can join in this circle and work together. I'm just going to take a rune for us. Now, I am a student of sight, which is shamanism in the northern tradition. And so I'm really loving working with runes and all of these kind of things. And the rune I've pulled for today, this is THURS or THURS, depending on which language you're saying it in. And this is a very primordial energy. It's like raw, unbridled creation force. And I'm just going to ask for what that message is for us today. Okay, so that's interesting. So earlier on, I was saying about how we are starting to be taught again how to create these power places. So the power places, like if you think of like Stonehenge or Machu Picchu, we are getting the technologies now to create these places again, and the ones we're creating at the right vibration for us, for the age of Aquarius. And this is telling me that it's about us learning how to weave and create with this unbridled force. And that is because we're at the point now where we're ready to do that work. But also with it comes responsibility and service. The more advanced you get, the more service you have to do. And if you're interested in finding out more about Sarah's Violet Flame work, I'll post the links. Also, the advanced class, Sarah's Order of the Violet Flame, you can learn how to create your own Violet Flame temple, which clears the landscape and does actually become a sacred power place. And the energies are amazing. Thank you again. Lots of blessings. And I'll see you again.